It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of New York, season 13, and apparently they're already casting for season 14. Guys, we've spoken to someone as an inside source, and I have some great news for you guys. So apparently what they're saying is that we might be getting one of our former castmates back, and I'm so excited. Before I jump into that and talk about who that might be, and I'm sure you guys, I'm thinking about it now in my head, I'm going to make it the thumbnail, so I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. I just want to point out that Eboni K Williams has shared a little bit about her experience on the show. She said that, you know, on the show, she's surprised because she felt like she was going to get a lot of backlash from the white people, the white viewers who are watching the show, because she has spoke about her experience, and technically she is our first Black cast member of the Real Housewives of New York. So we definitely applaud that. And I think Eboni has been doing a great job, but some of the women feel like she's coming off a little preachy. Now, Prashan Shaw has also just joined the show, and she's obviously a reduced role, a friend of. We just got to meet her last week, so I can't wait to see more from her. But her and Eboni are sharing sort of two different perspectives, which Eboni is definitely applauding because she just wanted to, you know, share the fact that she feels like, listen, I'm glad you guys get to see a different perspective because we're not, you know, all the same. Not everybody is the same, whether you're white, Black, Hispanic, Indian, it doesn't matter. You're all different in your own way because you have different experiences in the way that you walk through life. Now, Prashan Shaw came on definitely trying to, you know, get in well with the women and share what she has in common, as opposed to Eboni saying she wanted to come in to the show and start off with the distinctions and the differences that they share. So they came on with two different perspectives. And again, Eboni is not bashing Prashan Shaw. She's sort of applauding it. She did say, however, she's surprised that she's receiving backlash from a lot of the Black viewers because she feels like, you know, she thought that they would have really stood with her in how she's portraying herself on the show. I don't want to put words into Eboni's mouth. This is what she said. I expected the white uncomfortability, but I did not expect for so many Black viewers to be uncomfortable with me on the show. She shared that she's receiving a lot of messages from Black women and Black men who are saying they were nice enough to bring your Black ASS on the show, so just be happy to be there. You've ruined my good time. We don't watch this show for anything but white people's foolishness. Wow. Wow. That kind of like, that just like hits you hard. I can't even believe that she's receiving messages like that, especially because, you know, everyone again comes on the show to share their own stories and their perspectives on what they're doing and how they're living their life and at what point of their life that they're currently navigating. You know, I didn't know technically people feel like they're watching to see the white people's foolishness. I just feel like Housewives as a whole, whether it's Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Beverly Hills, Orange County, everyone just has these eccentric over-the-top personalities because that's what it takes to be a housewife. So I don't necessarily know how Eboni's presence would affect anybody in a negative way being on the show. I think that she's done great as far as the way she's, you know, sharing her story. And I do applaud her for that because that can't be the easiest. You know, she is receiving backlash from the cast already because they're saying that they feel like she's coming off a little preachy. Every single event or thing that they do, it comes off as, you know, a moment where they feel like she's trying to teach them, and they're not necessarily here for it. They applaud the fact that she's coming on and she's talking about, you know, her life and her life's work, but they don't feel like it needs to be every single scene that she's filming. And for Eboni, she said, you know, that's me. This is me. This is my life's work. I know that you guys are uncomfortable with it and you want me to stop, but I'm not going to stop because this is who I am. Okay, well, she was asked, will you be returning to season 14 of The Real Housewives of New York? And she said that's not up for her to decide. That's up for Bravo and the network. And then after they decide as to whether or not they want to invite Eboni K. Williams back to the show, then that's when she gets to make her decisions. But until then, that's not, up to her. And that's true. It's very true. It's not up to her to decide whether or not she's coming back to the show. She only signed a contract for 1 year. And if the producers feel like she's not a good fit for the show and they want to bring on someone else, say they want to give Brashawn Shaw a full-time housewife role, they can do that. They can do whatever they want. We don't always know who's coming and going. And sometimes we're very shocked when we see, the production producers, the network, take a housewife out of the lineup because we're like, wait a minute, we needed her. And one of those housewives, I feel like, is Dorinda Medley. Dorinda was taken off the show after season 12, and she was taken off because the producers and the network felt like she needed some time off to really collect her thoughts and regain control over herself. They felt like she was coming off a little bit too angry and aggressive on the show, especially when it came to Tinsley, and add a little bit of alcohol to it. They felt like it became sort of a nightmare. Now, these aren't their words, but this is coming from a place of just reading as to why she was taken off the show. It's not verbatim, but you can definitely see that is what the problem was. LUANN even spoke out about this and said the show is much lighter without Dorinda, and there's not as many angry moments. Oof, okay. Well, I have news for LUANN. Apparently, Dorinda Medley will be returning next season on the show. She's more than happy to come back. She even spoke out before and said, listen, being a part of the Housewives is like having a tattoo. It's like being a part of this exclusive club. And once you're in, you're in. It's sort of like a sisterhood of this group of women. And not only that, you're a part of the Bravo family at this point. So she, I'm sure, was devastated when she was taken off the show, and probably blindsided when producers called her and said, listen, we're going to move forward in a different direction. However, fans are not responding well to this season because they feel like it's lackluster. And I've said this, DJ Richie Sky has said this, so many other YouTubers and bloggers who cover all of the Housewives, we've all talked about it. It's really difficult for you to move forward on the show and have a 5 housewife cast. It doesn't really, they really all have to have something extreme to offer. LUANN cabaret storyline, everyone's over it. No one wants to hear any more about it because we've heard it. Cabaret, Giovanni. And now she's talking about her sobriety journey with her daughter. So those are moments that maybe some viewers need to see, because you never know who's watching on the other side of that television and what they're going through. So it might help them have some of these tougher conversations with their kids or their family members. But as far as some of the other women, like Ramona Singer, there's not really anything distinct going on in her life at this moment, except navigating the election and the pandemic, but so is everyone else. Sonia Morgan is just trying to get back on her feet and kind of find the fire within herself to be like, look, I'm Sonia Morgan and I'm a badass. Okay, so I don't need to take you guys calling me all of these names and be steamrolled over every time we're filming a scene together. However, she sort of loses the conversation when she starts drinking a little bit, and then she's screaming. And we're even about to see a scene coming up on The Real Housewives of New York where she gets into an altercation with Brashawn Shaw. So that's probably not going to paint her in the best light. For Leah McSweeney, they're saying that her storyline of converting to Judaism is exactly that. It's just a sham storyline, and that she's not actually converting. Who actually knows, though? You can't just tell somebody they're not doing something and they're only doing it for the show. If she follows through with it and that's what she does, she converts, then you can't say it's just for a storyline because she followed through with it. Now, if she doesn't, okay, fans can question her motives and ask, is this or was that the whole point of you even bringing this up? So we would watch this. But she's also sharing her sobriety journey the same way that LUANN is. They're moving forward, and it has to be a little bit of a struggle. We're seeing Leah lash out. She went after Heather Thompson and a few other, cast members. And I think that's just the side effects of just coming off of drinking and dealing with this addiction. Alcoholism is an addiction. So I'm just saying, my whole point is these 5 women don't have the strongest storylines. That's why we need 6 or 7 women. We need a lot more to look at. And this is exactly why they are most likely, as long as the source is right, bringing back Dorinda Medley. We need Dorinda Medley. She makes it nice. Then she rips it apart. Then she makes it nice again. I want to know what you guys think, though. I don't want to just put words out there. How would you guys feel about Dorinda Medley returning to the Real Housewives of New York? Are you here for it? Or do you think that they should just have a completely new cast member, someone that we haven't seen before? Sometimes that doesn't always work, though. Honestly, I think that they should phase out one of the ones that we have, bring back Dorinda Medley, and then add maybe 1 or 2 more. But I'm not a producer. I am, however, on here on this platform wanting to know what you guys, the viewers and the fans of the shows, think, how you guys feel about it. And you guys have a voice too. So I want you to use it and comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.